Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about why you should not purchase an Oldsmobile Aurora. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion and my experience with the car, and it should not scare anyone from buying this vehicle. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. My channel has grown significantly and it's all thanks to you guys for showing your support and helping me out. If you're looking for LED lights for your car, check out Oldsmobile LED lights and use my promo code GMC Lincoln to get 15% off any products in store. Link in the description below. This is my 1995 Oldsmobile Aurora that I purchased last year from the original owner. I absolutely love this vehicle, but it's not all smooth sailing. Let's get right into the video. The first reason why you should not buy an Oldsmobile Aurora is because it's very inefficient. This should not come as a surprise because this is a V8 and it requires premium gas. The gas tank size is 20 gallons, so you're looking at over $100 Canadian to fill this thing up. If you do a lot of highway driving, you can get over 650 kilometers to the tank, but if you're driving in the city, you'll be lucky to get 500 to the tank. This has the 4-liter North Star engine that was exclusively made for the Aurora, and it's honestly the smoothest V8 I've ever driven. You don't feel a single vibration from it when it's on. I actually sometimes forget this thing is even running. That's how quiet and refined this V8 is. All this luxury comes at a price at the pump. Premium fuel is not cheap, folks, especially these days. These things are quite cheap now, and it can be very convincing to buy one, especially for a student or someone who just got their license. But in reality, I think that this vehicle should not be daily driven, and this is just my opinion. And the reason for that is because you can find a lot of other cars out there which are a lot more efficient than this one. The Aurora is a vehicle that you should drive on the weekends or pleasure use. You should never buy one thinking you can daily drive this because it's just not meant for that. And you'll understand more when I talk about the next 2 points. Reason number 2 is parts. Finding parts for this Aurora is very difficult. This is a 30-year-old car, so parts are not readily available. And also the Aurora never sold well, so there are not that many on the road. Thus, there is not that many aftermarket parts for this vehicle. Trying to find parts has been a pain for me, but Rock Auto has been a savior when it comes to parts, but still there's a lot of parts that they don't have in stock and they can never get them in stock. From Rock Auto, I was able to order front and rear shocks, which really improved the ride quality, but looking for other miscellaneous parts have been very difficult. You'll have to source parts from a junkyard, if you can find one in the junkyard. I've owned this car since October of 2023 and have yet to see another Aurora on the road or in the junkyard. This shows how rare and special this car is. The only car that shared this platform was the Buick Riviera from this era, but a lot of parts were different in the Riviera compared to the Oldsmobile. Last but not least, reason number 3 on why you should not purchase an Oldsmobile Aurora is because mechanics do not want to work on it. You won't believe me, I've had 6 mechanics decline to work on my Aurora because it's an old vehicle, blah blah blah, or they try to charge me a ridiculous amount just to even look at the vehicle. Currently, my air condition is not working, and the shop that I usually go to said they'll have to charge me $500 for a diagnosis, which I thought was ridiculous. Finding an honest mechanic who is willing to work on these older cars have been very difficult, which honestly came to me as a surprise. I never thought that it would be this difficult to find someone to work on a typical GM vehicle. But now you know. If you are someone who can do your own work on your vehicles, that would be the best situation here, because it appears to me that these modern day mechanics don't know anything about older cars, and I don't blame them. That's why I'm trying my best to make a lot of how-to videos on the Aurora to help you guys out, especially the ones who are interested in buying one. So the moral of the story is that you should only buy an Aurora if you are planning to drive this on the weekends and you'll be barely putting miles on it. I tried to daily drive this, but it's just not worth financially, especially if something breaks, and that's why I'm driving the Tesla and the Lincoln MKZ. Currently, the Aurora has 173,000 kilometers, or about 107,000 miles. I drive 5,000 kilometers every month, and if I were to use the Aurora, it would probably die, which again is why I put that mileage on the Tesla and Lincoln, because they can take the abuse, not this poor Oldsmobile. It's a 30-year-old vehicle and it's not getting any younger. If you're going to daily drive it, just know that things will break or need replacing. So parts will be hard to find, and finding a good mechanic who knows what they're doing will be a challenge. I'm sure in the United States you can find some good mechanics out here, but here in Canada, at least in the area I live in, there are a lot of lazy mechanics who are just trying to make a quick buck. Anyways folks, this has got to be the coolest car I've ever owned, and I don't regret my purchase at all because this car is just impressive both on the inside and out. I truly believe that the 90s were the peak era for General Motor products, and after that it's just been downhill from there on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you all next time.